King of the castle, king of the castle. I've got an automatic back seat. Wow. With electric headrests that work. Or maybe not, because it just stopped. Still, I'm not used to this type of luxury in the back seat. Oh yeah, I could get used to this. Here we have a channel first, and a first for me as well. I have owned an E32, but I have not owned a long version of an E32. As you guys could probably see by the length of this thing, this is an IL. Don't get excited, it's not a 750iL. I didn't opt for the flagship. This is a 735iL. Even better, because we all know M30 B35s are the best. And I'd probably rather that over a V12 if we're being honest. But welcome to the E30's replacement. And yes, I say E30 replacement because I actually straight traded the E30 for this car. I could not sell the E30, the Project E30 that we kind of messed with together on this channel. I've been sitting on it for a long time, and it wasn't really my favorite car ever. Not much of an E30 guy, let alone a really rough E30. And I saw this car get listed up in Indiana, and the guy said, I'm looking for a trade because I need a car that runs and drives, and this thing at right now doesn't necessarily drive, and I'll get into that in a second, what's wrong with this. But this is my new fairly rough 735iL, a 1991, finished in what I believe is Oxford green. I have to check the stamp, I don't even know, but a beautiful green, and I'm really excited about this car. I'm not much of a 7 Series guy, but it's something new, and there's electric back seats, and that's just really cool to me. And I think that this will be a fantastic daily driver for me because it's comfortable. And yeah, so let's check this thing out. My new need a lot of work 7 Series. This will be a fun little mini restoration, build on the channel. I'm really excited to get into. So I'm going to grab the camera, take you guys around, and show you guys what's up with this thing. So I've never owned a green BMW, and I'm thrilled about that. You can see this car has pinstriping all the way through, and the paint, while it's very dirty right now, is actually it looks like pretty perfect condition. It is really nice. Like I said, filthy, but some scuffs here and there, but man, no fade, no major dings or dents or body damage, and that right there alone is pretty important to me. And in terms of rust, it's not really rusty, and it's just overall a far nicer conditioned body car than the E30. And E32 with the chrome bumpers is sick. Narrow nose, I didn't even know these came in narrow versus wide, but 735s are narrow. We have a condensated headlight there, but we're missing a fog. But body-wise, just really nice, and the green is super slick. We're on these aftermarket wheels, which I have no idea what they are, but they look way too small for a 7 Series. We're on a spare here because the tire blew out. This thing we'll be getting, since it's going to be my my winter car, we'll be getting Style 5s for my E34 with winter tires, because these are ugly, and I need winter tires, obviously. But getting underneath, can't really see, but supposedly all the front suspension was done, and then underneath, pretty rust free. A little bit of surface rust. Oh, I guess we got a little hole right there. So not perfect, but it's not bad. Bottom of the driver door is rusting a little bit, and there's just some weird spots, like some rust right there. We got what looks like someone smacked a garage door or something. So we got a few things. Oh, that's just water. I thought that was a drip. So yeah, it's not perfect, and that's why I will drive this car throughout the winter and not feel too bad about it. But all I can say is it's a lot nicer than my E30, and it's something new. And we're missing back windshield trim. Fuel door hinge is destroyed, as you can see there. The bottom of this door, actually no rust, but we got some rust from the trim here. and a dent. So it looks like this dented, cracked the paint, and now it's starting to bubble. But otherwise, the paint's super clean. The interior, oh boy, don't even get me started on this interior. The interior needs love. That door panel's off because that window when I got the car was stuck down, which is not what you want to see. So I had to do some digging, and we'll get into that in the next video when we go through and troubleshoot all the things. Window regulator, not working, not getting power, weird issue. I will dig into that in the next one. We have, of course, the parchment interior, because what other interior color would you spec out your nice 7 Series with in the 90s besides this disgusting parchment? So we're gonna have a lot of interior detail work to do on this thing before it's livable. Front seats are rough, very, very rough. Driver's seat torn in multiple spots, not great. It does have heat and what I don't even know, like lumbar, adjustable lumbar or something. I have no idea what that is. But I will be replacing these seats with probably just E34 parchment, so it won't have that lumbar. But as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, they are the same seats, just like the leather's maybe a little bit different. These are maybe a little bit more luxurious, but I could care less. I'd rather them look clean. So parchment seats I should be able to get my hands on pretty easily. I mean, they're just, yeah, they're gross. When parchment wears, it wears pretty poorly. Door cards, super nice. Extra storage containers, which is super cool on the 7 Series. 7 Series just feels like a solid car, man. These doors are heavy, like the IL doors, super cool. I got a bunch of garbage back here. Here's the back door panels. You got 1 storage, 2 storage. I guess that's ashtray, which is nice. Tons of leg room. Like, let me go on the other side without all the junk. Like, these back seats are sick. And the coolest thing that I didn't even realize, they're freaking electric, man. So you can, oh, the key's off, but you can hit that button and you can push out the bottom and it will kind of recline it. And it's so freaking cool to me. Like, all I want to do is get driven around in this thing right now. Like, that is the only thing I want to do, because it is so spacious back here. You could get 4 guys in here, 4 like big guys in here, no problem at all. We got the center storage compartment here, which for some reason is the lid is stuck in, but we got a rear sunshade. How cool is that? That's amazing. Door seals are shot, not very good. Headliner a bit saggy, missing the sunroof cover. Little things. The seat back's off. I don't know why. That should be easy to pop on unless it's broken, but not worried about that. Coming up in the front here, these are memory seats as well, but I mean, this one, all the functions on this seat work, which is nice, but it's just shot. I mean, being in an E32, it's pretty much like being in an E34. We got no head unit, no problem. I got head units to put in this thing, and then I'm gonna probably put a subwoofer and get this thing, you know, nice sound system. We got these cool climate controls. E32 climate controls are pretty funny. You'd think they'd be like an E34, but they're not. Since it's an IL, I'm guessing it's like a fully spec'd IL. You get the leather, extended leather. So you got the leather center. You got, I just touched something sticky. You got like the leather door panels. We got the cool, the glove box on these things is so cool how it swings. It's super weird. What's in the glove? I haven't even seen. Owner's handbook. Nice. And then a bunch of other miscellaneous, but that's cool. Having the handbook's always a plus. So that, is this broken? How the hell do I? All right, I thought this was cool, but I don't know how to use it apparently. What the hell? All right, well. Okay, glove box is staying down, I guess. Otherwise, we got window switches, we got door panel stuff, a stupid cup holder screwed into the center console, great. I don't know, just similar to an E34, but just a little bit different styling wise. So now, I don't know why, oh my. Okay. So that is why the guy gave me a blower motor. So that will be on the list, because that sounds bad. I don't know why I thought this car had 150,000 miles on it, but it has 253,000 miles on it. So kind of butthurt about that because I didn't realize. Oh, this guy left pictures in here. Oh, that's sad. It is an auto. I don't know if ILs came manual. You get 735i manual, which I actually had. That was the third BMW I've ever owned, was actually an E32 735i. I saved it from a junkyard. I got it for like 600 bucks, and I had to do some maintenance on it, and it was a junker. So this is a lot nicer of a car, but this thing definitely needs work. And I want to get this car nice on the inside because I want to actually enjoy like driving this, because you should enjoy driving a 7 Series, you know? But let's go in the engine bay. Let's go to the main part that we care about on this car. Oh yeah, ain't that a beauty right there. M30 B35. I don't know, somehow now my life has consisted of just M30s everywhere. I got one on a stand there, one here. But this is a great engine. I love the M30 B35. And this one needs a little bit of love, because the reason the guy didn't want this car anymore is because it has a coolant leak from the water pump. So the water pump needs to be replaced, and that's why he gave me one. I'll see what brand that is and if I want to actually use it. Looks like it needs some things. Valve cover gasket, typical. Probably check those oil sprayer bolts. Upper radiator hose is for some reason not tightened down. So I hope that he didn't misthink that the water pump's bad, but it's just the hose needs to be tightened down. But do I even bother with that rather than just try to do the cooling system, because it probably should be done? Probably not. I'll probably just do the cooling system, maybe a thermostat, water pump for sure. Hoses look fine, radiator looks fine, clutch fan seems pretty good. It's actually got all the covers on the spark stuff, which is cool. Otherwise, we got some power steering leaks, and the power steering system on this car feels a little weird. When you're stationary, it doesn't really doesn't work so good, so we'll have to look into that. But yeah, I mean, M30 B35, simple engine, needs a little bit of love. It doesn't really look leaky underneath. Like, this looks like a pretty solid, like, M30, you know? It just needs the cooling system figured out before we could drive it. And then when we drive it, we can figure out what else it needs. Because I'll tell you, just from pulling it around the driveway, something with the front suspension feels off. Something feels like it's binding, kinking. And he did the front suspension. And if you don't know these cars well, it's easy to kind of mess it up. So I have to check that out. But I'll fire it up for you guys, let you guys hear this thing. The cats are apparently hollowed out, so it sounds kind of gnarly. It sounds like an exhaust leak. But otherwise, this M30 runs really smooth. Except for the spraying coolant. It hesitates a little bit. So I don't doubt that it's going to need a little bit of love. But I'm not going to run it long because the water pump doesn't work. But yeah, so that is it so far. That is what I know. In the next episode, we will dig in and I will go over all the urgent things that are wrong. So I'll probably start off with the cooling system real quick, get that figured out so we could drive it again. And then once we drive it, we can kind of sort other things, like the steering feels sloppy. And then, we'll do some interior stuff. We'll get the window fixed. We'll get the stereo installed, that fixed, hopefully. Hopefully I can find some seats. And, I mean, yeah, just a lot of little stuff that is going to need to be done for this car to make it, nicer and, desirable to be in. I think for the E30, what I had into it to get this out of that trade is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm hoping that it's just the water pump needs to be done and not a blown head gasket or something like that. So, yeah, there we have it. My new 735iL. Really excited to dig into an IL 7 Series. I think this will be a lot of fun. And this car, I think, when I'm done with it, will be half decent. I think it'll be a pretty nice car. So, yeah, that's all for this episode. I'm not going to do any work this episode. I'm a little sick. I gotta rest. So I gotta go through the parts, make sure I have what I need, because I don't trust this Rock Auto water pump, so I'm going to check that out and stuff. And then the next episode, we will dig into it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys are excited for this little 7 Series mini restoration. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.